talk about Dr. Now from one of my favorite shows, My 600 Pound Life. Hey folks, my name's Allie. Let's get started. So if you have never seen My 600 Pound Life, it is just a very fascinating show. I started watching it back when I was in the 300s, and it just kind of showed me what I could be like if I kept eating the way that I was. Yes, I used to weigh 320 pounds, and I lost 170 pounds through a ketogenic or low-carb diet. So today I really wanted to talk about the diet that Dr. Now recommends for his patients. Now, every episode, Dr. Now walks into that waiting room and he says, "How y'all doing?" But then he also recommends that all of his patients go onto a low-carb, high-protein diet. Now, you might just think off the bat, okay, but Allie, keto is a high-fat, low-carb diet, not a high-protein, low-carb diet. Well, guess what? When it comes to weight loss, you do not have to eat all of that fat. Essentially, what Dr. Now is doing when he recommends this high-protein, low-carb diet is he is prescribing a ketogenic lifestyle for his patients. How is it ketogenic if it's not high fat, if it's only high protein and low carb? So just remember that to be in a state of ketosis, the only thing that really matters is that you have so few carbs in your diet and in your system that your body is forced to run on fat. That means that no matter how much fat you eat, if you don't eat low carb, you're not going to be in a state of ketosis. Same thing for protein too. So you just have to keep those carbs low so that your body has nothing else to run on but the fat. So if you eat so little sugar, there's no more sugar, and then you're running on all the stores of fat or your dietary fat. So remember that people who have lots of fat on their body have lots of stores of fat. It's energy ready to be converted. They don't need to eat the dietary fat because they want to eat it from their body, which is why Dr. Now doesn't say to eat a high-fat, low-carb diet. He says to eat a high-protein diet with lower carbs. So these folks are getting into a state of ketosis, but he's recommending that higher protein so that they don't lose that muscle mass. Protein is great. It fills you up. I mean, we say that fat keeps you fuller for longer, but you can have more of a protein serving than you can of a fat serving. So for those people who like to overeat, I'm sure he recommends the high protein because it fills up your stomach a little bit more than saying high fat. For example, a tablespoon of butter is about 100 calories, and it's, it's the little square about that big. But 100 calories of chicken breast, which is mostly protein, is about that big. So you just get more volume out of your meals, which I'm sure those patients who love to overeat, who have overeaten all of their life, they want that volume feeling, and they're going to feel more satisfied eating that higher protein rather than the higher fat. And again, they don't need to eat the fat because they have so much of it stored on their body. It's energy waiting to be used. And that's why those patients can lose 100 pounds in a month, because they have so much of that energy on their body waiting to be burned away. So remember, those patients are actually consuming lots of fat. They're eating hundreds of pounds worth of fat from their body per month. When they do the diet correctly, they're just not eating it. They're consuming it, but it's not dietary. So for them, it is a ketogenic lifestyle because they are keeping those carbs low. Their body is eating the fat. It's getting that energy from the fat, and the protein is there to spare their muscles and to help them just feel a little bit more satisfied with their diet. And also too, I think Dr. Now avoids calling it a high fat, low carb diet, even though that's what they're mostly consuming is the higher fat from their body. I think he avoids saying that because that's a big misconception when it comes to keto. People just think, oh, if I eat all the fat I want, I will lose weight because it's magic. It ain't magic. Okay, you have to eat low carb. You have to stay under a calorie limit. He also recommends 1,200 calories for these people. And that's so that they can get on all the necessary vitamins and nutrients and things like the protein that they're going to need to keep their bodies functioning. But yes, calories matter. So if you hear about keto and you think, oh, I'll eat all the butter and all the cheese and bacon that you want, but you go over a calorie limit, when you don't need to eat all of that fat, you're probably going to gain weight. And so I think he avoids calling it keto so that people don't just, have what they think keto is or a high-fat diet is in their mind and just eat all the fat. Because they don't need to eat all the fat because they want to lose it from their body. So they just need their body to consume it. They don't need to eat it through their diet. And I just, I always come back to this in lots of my videos. So if you have heard of keto and you just think it's, all the fun stuff, all the butter, the pork rinds, all the, sweet treat keto fat bombs that you can make, and if you just eat to your full and eat your fill and you don't worry about calories, maybe if you naturally just eat less calories overall, you'll probably lose weight. But for the majority of people who say that I've been on keto for a month and I've gained, I say make sure you're not overeating on fat. Keep those carbs low, hit a protein goal, and stay below your fat limit. Fat is a limit, and you need to find out how many calories you need. I will link my favorite keto calculator down below. I used it for all of my weight loss, and it's great. So use that, figure out what you need to lose weight. I really do love this show. I love Dr. Now. He has a special place in my heart. I've been watching him for years, since I was a very overweight individual myself. I love how straight talking he is. He don't take no nonsense from nobody. He knows when they're lying. He knows when they're being delusional. Okay, and he makes little quips too, and I really love this show. If you haven't ever seen it, you gotta check it out. It's shocking, it's fascinating, it's eye-opening, and it's a little funny too. And it's also very depressing sometimes. Just a little plug. I mean, it's one of my favorite shows, and I'm kind of sad that we're losing Hulu. Our subscription is ending because of the trial period that we had for a year going on. Whatever. I made sure I watched them all before the subscription ended because it's such a great show. And it shows me what I could have been if I had just kept on doing what I was doing when I was overweight. So definitely check it out, and just watch it, if for nothing else, for Dr. Now, because he tells it like it is. And I appreciate that in somebody, I really do. Well, folks, that's about it for today. Let me know what you think. Do you think that Dr. Now is using the ketogenic diet, but he's just not calling it that because he doesn't want people to just overeat on fat? Like, that's what I'm guessing is why he doesn't just say, I'm gonna put you on a keto diet. Let me know what you think down below. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. That would help me out so much. And if you'd like to follow me on social media, I'll link all that down below. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Allie. Have a good one. Bye.